We're here in Bodrum now. We just arrived and we are excited to check out some really interesting local foods from around here that we actually haven't had before.
There's one dish I'm very much looking forward to, that dish that my mom used to make very often. So let's go see what this place has to offer.
Bodrum is one of the most popular beach destinations in Turkey. It's kind of known as the place where celebrities go for vacation, and because of this, it has lots of fancy and upscale hotels and restaurants. And while we love a fancy meal, we're excited to try some of the more local specialties on this trip and show you our top 5 must-try foods in Bodrum. Stick around because we've got some hidden gems and dishes you've probably never heard of before. And trust me, you don't want to miss the secret hidden spot that we're going to show you at the end. We're starting off strong with a special kebab from the Bodrum region called Cokterme Kebab.
For dinner tonight, we are going to try a kebab that is special to this area. So it's something that I've never had before. I don't know if you've had it before.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so let's go check that out.
I do love kebab, so I'm very excited for this.
Cokterme is a meat and potato lover's dream come true. It starts with thin strips of beef and peppers that have been perfectly grilled to be smoky, tender, and juicy. Also, the aroma when they brought this to our table was incredible. The meat and peppers alone would be a delicious meal, but the real surprise comes when you start to dig into this dish. Below all that juicy meat is a pile of tangy, garlicky yogurt sauce, and below that are crispy, golden fried potatoes. How they manage to keep the potatoes crispy while they're topped with yogurt and all that meat feels like magic, but whatever it is, we're here for it. Since this place clearly knows what they're doing when it comes to meat, we also tried their house specialty, which is a huge piece of lamb that has been slowly cooked for hours. The result is an amazingly tender dish, topped with spices and served atop some thick bread to soak up all the juices. Speaking of bread, we also got this amazing basket of freshly made bread that was so delicious. Our second must-try dish in Bodrum is Citir Manti. Just like the kebab, this is a regional specialty that neither of us had ever tried before, and I'm not exaggerating when I say we were blown away by how good this was. We've shown you a few varieties of manta in our recent videos, but Citir Manti is crispy manta. To make this version, the manta dumplings are fried until perfectly golden brown. They are still topped with the same garlic yogurt sauce and red pepper flakes, but the crunch from the manta contrasts with the softness from the yogurt to make such a delicious bite. We've never had manta like this before, but we definitely recommend that you try it if you ever see it on a menu. If you've ever had this type or another type of manta, let us know in the comments what was your favorite, because we definitely want to eat more of it. Next up are the Zucchini Specialties of Bodrum. This area makes a lot of dishes with zucchini and zucchini flowers. Zucchini flowers are one of my favorite things, and we've come to a place called Cokterme to try these. This is definitely not a place that you're going to find in any touristy guide about Bodrum. It's super local, and we're so glad that we stumbled upon it. We ordered the zucchini flowers, and I'm honestly just amazed at how they can stuff so much filling into these delicate little flower wrappers. The filling is made from rice and various spices. The flavors are warming, but the dish is served cold, which makes it nice and refreshing, especially on a hot day. This is a dish that definitely requires some expert hands to make and is really delicious. While we're talking about zucchini, there's another zucchini dish that we were interested in trying here, but our hunt for it turned into a bit of an unexpected surprise. We were on a mission to find some kabak börek, a local type of börek from this region. In this dish, zucchini flowers are stuffed inside börek, a savory Turkish pastry.
A little bit of a mishap. We were looking for kabak börek, which is the zucchini flower börek. And I found a place, and it didn't have the word kahvaltı in the place, which means breakfast in Turkish. So I thought, oh, maybe we can go at like 3 o'clock and get that on its own. And we came here, sat down, we didn't get a menu, and we immediately started getting served Turkish breakfast, which is basically, if you've seen any of our videos, it's a lot of different types of food. But We did get the zucchini flour börek with it too. It was really good, but we also had a lot of different types of foods for breakfast, even though it's about 3 p.m. But it was really good.
While we didn't intend on eating a huge breakfast, this was actually an amazing breakfast spot, and the zucchini börek was well worth it. It was super crispy on the outside with the soft and flavorful zucchini flour filling. It is definitely not as rich as some other börek varieties, which made it a perfect light dish in addition to everything else at this breakfast. Another thing that Bodrum is known for are its mandarins, or mandalina. The Bodrum mandarin is a special variety of the citrus fruit known for its strong smell and sweet, tangy flavor. You can find lots of products here flavored and scented with mandarins. We were particularly excited to find a mandalina version of the traditional Turkish mosaic cake. Mosaic cake is a no-bake dessert made from crushed up biscuits. This version that we tried had a thick layer of mandarin curd on top and some additional citrusy flavor throughout. If you like a combination of tart and sweet, then this is definitely the perfect thing to try. We enjoyed our cake while having some tea at the Mezze Café, a large cafe run by the local government, which also makes it much cheaper compared to other cafes and restaurants in Bodrum. If you're looking for a non-touristy spot, this is definitely it. Lots of locals gather here all day, but especially at night to sip tea by the sea. And finally, onto our 5th must-try food experience in Bodrum.
And now we're going to a place called Iki Sandal. I think it's a Michelin guide?
Michelin Bib Gourmand rated restaurant.
All right, so it's supposed to be really good, and we're both very excited. We've been looking forward to this dinner. So let's go see if it's good.
Iki Sandal is a mezze spot with a beautiful terrace overlooking the sea and Bodrum Castle. The sunset view from here was just incredible. They offer lots of different types of mezze, and we were excited to try some that were new to us. Mercimek dolması was particularly interesting. It's grape leaves stuffed with lentils. The grape leaves have an earthy, slightly briny flavor, while perfectly cooked lentils inside give it a nice texture and bite. We paired our mezzes with some tender grilled octopus and another pastırma and cheese wrapped in crispy phyllo, similar to the one we showed you a few weeks ago, but somehow even cheesier. At one point during our meal, Mehmet quietly told me to slowly look to the side, terrified that I was about to come face to face with a big spider or a bug or something. I was so happy to see this cute little cat poking out to check on our meal. Throughout our meal, they kept poking its head out, which definitely put a huge smile on both of our faces. We wrapped up this dinner with a dessert that sounds so simple but was incredibly delicious. It was a kince cooked until soft and topped with a slightly sweet syrup, then topped with the incredible creamy kaymak. Kaymak is a dairy product often found in Turkish breakfast spreads that is soft, buttery, and just mildly sweet. It is a really decadent ingredient, and combined with the slightly sweet kince made for the perfect end to this beautiful meal. Well, everywhere we've been in Turkey has been very dog-friendly, and it's no secret that dogs and cats are treated very well here. This was even more true in Bodrum. Everyone was so excited to see Bindi. We would walk into a store or restaurant and she would immediately be the center of attention. We also loved to see that so many places had signs up supporting the safety of the strays. And remember that secret spot that we mentioned at the beginning of the video? Well, we've saved the best for last. This is a hidden spot that we stumbled upon. It's tucked away in a place you'd never expect and is one of the most beautiful, peaceful cafes we've found in all of Bodrum. Mori is a clothing store in the busy part of downtown Bodrum. And while this just looks like a clothing store from the outside, inside is a coffee bar with the most beautiful setting. We loved spending mornings here drinking our coffees and watching the waves. It was just so peaceful. This is truly a perfect spot you won't want to miss.
So what was your favorite meal that you had here in Bodrum?
I think it has to be, well, first off, there's a lot of good stuff that we've eaten. They have really good food here, and it is beautiful. But I think my favorite thing that we had here was the Cokterme Kebab at, what was the place called? Authentic Ocakbaşı,
Yeah.
I think it was called. Yeah, that Cokterme Kebab was really good. It was very juicy. The meat was very tender, and the potatoes under it were so crispy, which I love French fries if you watched any of our videos. So that was definitely a huge bonus. And I do love yogurt too, and there was also yogurt in there. Most of the things we had at that restaurant were good, but the Cokterme Kebab, for me, everything we've had here was my favorite. How about you?
It was really good. I think mine was the Citir Manti, the crispy manti. It was just really, really nice. It was crispy, but yogurt sauce made it soft, and just like a little bit of meat inside. It was just lots of flavors, lots of textures. I really like that.
Yeah, that was definitely my second favorite. I remember eating that very well. It was so good. But that's it for us in Bodrum. Hopefully we'll come back at some point, but on to our next destination.
See you there.
If you enjoyed the video, we always appreciate a thumbs up. It really helps our channel. And if you're hungry for more, subscribe, because next week we're heading to Italy and we're going to share the best pastas in Rome. You definitely won't want to miss it.